Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We're taking the EZA INT LR SSJ2 Gohan into his first test in the ringer we put them through. And that is of course ESBR. Funnily enough, we actually are on an ESBR category stage. This is not the best to start, so I'll be completely honest. So Whis, protect us. But yeah, usually we're either going on super class only or extreme class only, or potentially one of the monotypes, but for once, we are actually doing one of the category stages. We're doing hybrid Saiyans, of course, because that is one of the few stages on global that is currently available to even attempt. So yeah, again, fingers crossed. Hopefully there are some new ESBR stages coming soon for the global side, because kind of want some new ones to grind Dokkan, please. I wonder when the Vegeta event's coming as well, the legendary Vegeta event, because I don't think it's too far away. I can't remember when that come out on the JP side. Was it? It might have been close to when the Dokkan Fest Super Vegeta dropped, or maybe just a bit before. I can't remember. I really cannot remember. But hopefully those two things are coming soon to give us some extra things to grind. But yeah, we're actually on an ESBR stage for once, which is quite nice. We're going to need to rotate you off. We still got the Whis active. Of course, we'll leave Ultimate Gohan up top because he's an absolute brick wall. Need to get Goten and Trunks on the same rotation as each other. We can just about get a super attack off with Gohan. But initial reactions with how he was performing yesterday and with his EZR being... In fact, let me check. I keep saying they're similar. And by similar, I don't mean like literally passives are like almost identical. I mean in terms of their treatment with Goku and Frieza. With their EZAs, their treatment was similar. They already put out really good numbers in terms of damage. They're already very good at that. And the main thing they needed was the thing they were missing, and they both got it. Which is, of course, defense. Being able to take a hit. In terms of their actual EZAs, how similar are they? Because I keep saying they're similar, but when I say similar, as I said, I mean in terms of their treatment in their EZA, not like literally exactly similar. That makes sense. But let me actually check it. LR Goku Frieza, there we go. We'll do... Pop another item. Yeah, we'll pop an 8er for now. We'll attack you, then we'll attack Borgus, then we'll attack Pasha. So in terms of their EZA, yeah, I mean, it's incredibly similar. The only difference is how LR Gohan receives his, increasing his damage. So obviously he gets attack plus 18% per keys for obtained, whereas Goku and Frieza have a flat attack defense passive, then get an extra attack and defense plus 77% when performing a super attack. But quite similarly, it's actually very similar, apart from how their attack is applied, and also having bonus attack on super, whereas Gohan has bonus defense. Which, yes, he does have a little bit less, granted, but they're still very similar. On super attack and ultra super attack, they raise defense by 30% for one turn. Have their, in Gohan's case, flat defense added, which is 58%. Yeah. And then on super attack, he gets more defense, whereas Goku and Frieza get attack and defense. So yeah, they're very similar, which is, again, why I'm quite surprised that... even though everyone loved the reception, or for the most part said the Goku and Frieza was good, it was quite weird that a lot of people said that Gohan was underwhelming. Again, I am partially in that bracket. I'm not saying I'm not. But as I said, I think the main consensus or the reason for that is because of how good he was before and how good we wanted him to be after his EZA. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still very good. It's just I think the main consensus, we thought he was going to be ridiculous after his EZA, when all he really needed was defense. As I said before in the showcase, well, I think I said it, I hope I said it, otherwise I look stupid. Oh, 5 dodge coming off clutch, love that. The attack plus 18% per keys for obtained, maybe that could have been increased a bit more. Maybe something to do with Rainbow Spheres, I don't know. But he got what he needed, which was defense. Very similar to Goku and Frieza, which was gains 30% defense on Super, gains 30% defense on Ultra Super, gets a flat defense boost and additional defense boost on super attack. I mean, maybe they could have made it similar to Goku and Frieza's, which was, you know, on super attack you get attack and defense plus 58%, then on super gets additional attack and defense plus 58% rather than just defense. Maybe they could have done that, but for the most part, as I said, he got what he needed, and he is a he may be a little underwhelming considering what we wanted, but it's still a good EZA. It's still a good EZA. At least he can take a hit now. At least when you're doing harder events like ESBR right now, Legendary Goku event, GT Goku event, at least now he's now actually a viable option. Because before it was, yeah, he can do a lot of damage, but if he gets even just flicked, your run's looking in jeopardy or your run might be over. Like, even on a basic, you're taking big damage. And now, I mean, even then, no item active. Slot 2, which you probably never want to run him in slot 1 unless you're like in a scenario like this where there's no hardly any enemies left in ESBR. But for the most part, run him in slot 2, let him get his super off, you know, gets defense plus 58%, gets the additional defense plus 58% because he performed a super attack, and then whether you're super attack and ultra super attacking is both the same thing in terms of the defense that gets applied, he'll then get an additional 30% on defense, or raise his defense by 30% for one turn. And you saw it there, even facing the Shuges, which he has type disadvantage against, on a basic, he took double digits. What was it, like 50 something damage, something like that? So yeah, now he can take damage really, really well. I do think on super though, just similarly to Goku and Frieza, because they're I said an EZA is quite similar to how Gohan functions. I really want to do this, but I'm just going to pop an Asha instead to keep the rotation. But yeah, similarly to Goku and Frieza, you probably didn't want him. You probably don't want him to you probably don't want him to be supered. He'll probably take a chunk, like a decent fair chunk of damage on a super attack, like 100k plus. Not sure where about that will fall or lies, but you'll probably be taking about 100k, you know, plus on a super attack, which is kind of normal. So probably in like Goku event, you want to be careful with that. In fact, even here, you probably want to be careful with that. But at least it's not going to be, you know, you get hit by a super after after you've built up his defense for that turn, and then like bang, you're instantly dead. You probably won't be facing that. Maybe if the unit has type advantage, but for the most part, you should be okay. Do I want to pop an item here? Would that be safe? That'd be sensible. There's 3 attacks from Raditz who has type advantage. There's 3 attacks from Vegeta who we have type advantage against. And there's 3 attacks from Nappa. Maybe I'll do this instead. Or maybe I'll just pop another... In fact, I'm going to pop another Whis just to be safe. So yeah, while the EZA is good and he can definitely tank a lot more damage, on super attack he will probably take a chunk, which is where you kind of have to be careful, but not to the point where it's going to be like, oh, you've just one-shot me. You'll be fine there. And on basics, I mean, you've seen it already. Without an item active, he's taking double digits. So yeah, he's a lot better now. So he should be very capable in the Goku event. As I said, the main parts is going to be the main parts you want to be careful on. Is obviously going to be the Great Ape stage, just because that it does so much damage. You're going to want to be careful there. You know, typically that's when you want to be popping your first item anyway, just to kind of avoid that big damage. And especially with him there, you're going to want to avoid that even more. And then maybe the Fizz stage against SSJ3 Goku, because if he catches a super from him, having type disadvantage, you'll probably take a fair bit of damage. You won't die because you're not too deep into the event, but you'll take a fair bit. And you know, you want to be saving that item to be using the earliest on the Great Ape stage. So yeah, you have to be careful there. But the one nice payoff with this Gohan is the fact that now he has defense. It balances him out a hell of a lot, because now he not only does he deal massive amounts of damage, and getting that additional key +1 per keys for obtained, considering you want to be giving him quite a bit of key anyway, so you can, you know, raise his attack. For the most part, you'll be dealing a lot of damage anyway, because you'll be ultra super attacking a lot of the time, and you'll be able to tank an attack after he super attacked. Just as I said before, he's just not a slot 1 unit though. That's not where you want to be putting him. But yeah, he's so much more balanced now, which is why I like this EZA. It's a solid EZA. It wasn't anything ridiculous. Just gave him what he needed. Now you can take him on harder events because he can tank a hit, which is mainly what he needed, while dealing the big damage that he does. So now there's no trade-off. You don't trade off, you know, getting absolutely clattered for dealing decent damage. You know, there's no trade-off. There's well balanced. It's quite well balanced. Deal decent damage, tank well enough to not be a liability. Oh, we even got the stun off. Vegeta, you're stunned, mate. How'd you like that? Attack you with you, then we'll attack Raditz with Goten. We're actually getting a Dokkan attack off, but it is what it is. Give Ultimate Gohan all of those. So yeah, I like the EZA. As I said, I do fall in that bracket where I'm like, I kind of wanted a bit more just because of how ridiculous I remember him back in the day, because he was crazy, but he got what he needed. And now you can use him again in harder events, and he's still a good EZA. I don't know, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the whole EZA Ultimate Gohan. Let me try again. Let me know what you think down in the comments about the EZA LR in SSJ2 Gohan. Do you think his EZA was underwhelming? Would you have liked him to have, you know, done a bit more? Are you fine with the defense, or are you like me? It's a good EZA, but you kind of wanted more just because of what he, like, how you remember him. You know, what bracket do you lie in? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be interested to hear you lot's thoughts. Also, if you could do me a huge favor while we're on that topic, usually I do it at the beginning of the video, but I kind of forgot. If you could drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new, all your support, of course, is very much appreciated. I'll pop an Usher. And now we're gonna absolutely rock Paragus for a bit of damage. But yeah, it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts. Another one, now that I'm thinking about it, and I popped into my head while I said it wrong. That's another EZA I can't kind of wait for, which is the Strength Ultimate Gohan. I can't wait for his EZA as well. If they do it, well, I think the main thing I want them to do is, I think I've said this before, no idea when, but I'm pretty sure I've said it before. With how good this Tech Ultimate Gohan is, especially because he guards all the time, if they just made it so the Strength Ultimate Gohan on his EZA had guard active all the time, rather than, I think it's like a medium chance, I think it is. Let me go check just to be sure. But I think it's a medium chance for him to guard. But, you know, regardless, as long as the guard is active at all times, I know we don't need to use the snake for the healing, but I kind of want it for the damage reduction. Just to make sure we don't take too much damage here. But yeah, as long as the Strength Ultimate Gohan, I keep interrupting myself, and that's why I'm kind of glad I activated the snake. It's still going to do a bit, yeah. But yeah, I've interrupted myself again. Where is he? Ultimate Gohan. As long as he gets guard active all the time, and we're going to find out how long is it active, it's a medium chance to go guard all attacks, which is a 30% chance. So as long as he has, instead of a medium chance, as long as he guards all the time, and then instead of, you know, just attack plus 120, maybe have attack and defense plus, you know, 120, and then guard all the time, and specifically guarding all the time, just like his Tech counterpart, he's going to be amazing. He's going to be almost just as good as the Tech one. Like, could you imagine running them both on rotation together? Could you imagine how much damage you wouldn't take? Like, could you imagine how much you're going to be tanking in that one turn? Because they both have guard active at all times. And then like an updated ultimate, you know, Strength Ultimate Gohan with like attack and defense plus 120. Don't forget, he stacks his attack on Super as well. Like, those two would absolutely just conquer Legendary GT Goku event. Because you'll be taking next to no... You'd literally be taking almost no damage on that rotation alone. Yeah, a little bit of a tangent, a little bit of a side note. Can you crit here, please? Otherwise you're doing no damage. But that's something I hope they do. Really? My guy, you're rainbowed. Where's the additionals? Where's the crits? You're rainbowed. You're not... You might as well be at 55% right now. I mean... Oh, he's... really annoying, because when I do these videos, for some reason, the unit just tends not to get any crits, any additionals, anything of the sort. Like, Gohan, you're rainbowed. Can you get at least an additional for me? Not even additional super, literally just a normal additional. He's not even critting, and if he critted on this stage, this phase, that should be really helpful, because then you'll do some damage, because you have type disadvantage right now. Like, have you not realized? We'll pop. Do I? Yes, we are. Because that part in the middle worries me a lot. Like, a lot. That's a lot of attacks coming from Broly. I'm really hoping there isn't a super attack in there. Especially now I have no items left. But, like, can you please get a crit for me? Like, you're rainbowed. Can you please just get a crit for me? I mean, your AGL LR counterpart just got a crit. And an additional. Can you do the same? That way you'll do, like, some decent amount of damage. Seriously? No crit, no additional, nothing. The measly 600k damage. It's like he must be getting stage fright, but I mean, for the most part, as you can see, he's holding himself like. Yeah, that was a bit of damage. He's doing really well here. We're gonna get the transformation off with Gohan, but he's doing really well in here. In ESBR, he's great just because there's no build up, there's no stack. You put him in slot 2. Get that super attack off, and on a basic, you're literally, I mean, you've seen it throughout this video, we're taking double, I was wrong, I thought it would be triple digits. You're taking double digits. Like, you're more than fine. And then Goku event, as I said, for the most part, he should be good as well. You just have to be wary, probably, of catching a super at some points, which is quite similar here, but especially against the SSJ3 Fizz phase. And then... Do I split? No, I don't want to split out this rotation. Or do I? Do I split out this rotation? I think I'm going to split out this rotation just to be safe. Yeah, as long as you're not catching a super on the SSJ3 phase, which is of course all RNG based. And then, you know, being careful on the Great Ape stage as well, which again is quite RNG based, you should be good. And then one major thing which I do like is he has type advantage against the full power SSJ4 Goku at the very end, which means... Oh, we got the stun off as well. Love this ultimate Gohan. He's definitely one of the best TURs in the entire game. But yeah, he has type advantage against full power SSJ4 Goku, which means, you know, he's going to be clocking him for serious amounts of damage because he does big damage anyway. And then hitting him, you know, with the type of damage that Gohan does, while having type advantage, which means you shouldn't really be taking hardly any damage on that, you know, on that phase anyway. You'll be taking double digits on a basic, especially after supering, and you probably won't be taking too much on a super either because of the type advantage. Especially after you super, he's going to work really well there. I can't wait to take him in there. We don't need to split you up. But can you please, like, I'm asking nicely, can you please get a crit? Otherwise, you're not going to do a lot of damage. You done 600k last time. Please, can you get a crit? 4.8 milli. Get a crit and you could end this right now. You're the star of the show. End it. Not even an additional. What's the point of you having dupes? You're not doing anything. Oh, that's fine. His older self is going to end it, but... No, it's so weird. It's like the game knows. Like, it just...
No, you really want him to get an additional or a crit right now. Too bad.
Like, it's just... Oh, okay. We even got a new record. Cool. I mean, there you go. He's very good in ESBR. Very good. Again, you're probably going to have to be careful by catching a super attack. You'll probably take about 100k plus. On basics, as long as he's in slot 2 after he's super attacked, you're fine. You're taking double digits, even with type disadvantage. You just, as I said, probably have to be careful in the super. And then, yeah, other than that, he is great in ESBR. So I can only imagine he'll probably be capable in the Legendary GT Goku event as well. But do let me know what you think about the EZA LR Gohan down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace.